How do you build, what's one example of how you would tell your client to build trust with their customer? Using their website, whatever marketing you do, how do you, what?
Concept of marketing and advertising, trust us. Everybody put the slogan on the website, the most trusted dentist, the most trusted roofing, the most trusted real estate company. They just say the most trusted. And then what comes after that? More claims. We do a good job. We're priced very good. We got good workers. These are all claims. But just like every other human being, what makes somebody trust somebody? I always ask that question, and everybody has a different answer. Most of them says this, integrity, meaning if they claim something, and then when they do the work, then it matches what they claim. But that's the thing though. How do you prove it before you can actually get the opportunity to prove it? How do you build trust before that? That's the challenge of marketing. That's the challenging of a lot of business. That's a challenge of every salesperson. How do you get them to trust you before you work with them? The claim itself is moot if you cannot prove it beforehand, because that's what everybody wants. Prove it to me that you're going to do a good job before you do a good job. That's the expectation, really, if you think about it. And you're like, well, why don't you hire me so that I can prove it? No, I want you to prove it before. And sometimes they'll be like, why don't you do the work first? And if I like it, I'll pay. That's a bad business model. So what do we do? So I think one of the best way, the number one thing I would say, is your testimony, your client testimony. It's not your word. It's the people that has gone through and worked with you. This is the reason why most businesses, sometimes they don't run advertising. They don't need marketing. Why? Man, I got business made 20 million, 50 million just from word of mouth alone. Like, if everybody is great at their job, every company great at what they do, they really don't need marketing, because the word of mouth can just fuel their business. And that's how it's always been. Now, sometimes people need marketing because they want to accelerate. That's a good reason. But if you need marketing but your product and your services don't generate testimonies, don't generate reviews, you don't have any case studies, you don't have any photos, it's really difficult to prove the claims that you're making, right? So building trust, what's the best thing is, the easiest way is to have, again, this is before the sale, is to have somebody else build the trust for you, especially if they trust the other person. So it's kind of like trust sharing, like, crowd trust, just somebody else building that trust for you. But in order to do that, you got to make raving fans. You got to get them to be, euphorically satisfied with your services and your product. And they would say like, hey man, work with Vincent at INFINI Marketing. He's amazing. He scales your business. He grows your business. He'll take care of you. He'll improve your brand. He'll build the trustworthiness. And then all your marketing and advertising becomes successful because you have a trustworthy brand.